What happened to Leona Lewis? Do you remember those Saturday X Factor nights? Those good memories you had while you watched amateurs become stars? Just get some snacks, get cozy, turn on the TV, and enjoy the show. If you've been a fan of the X Factor for a long time, then you will remember who won the third series of the most loved music competition in the United Kingdom. That is no other person but Leona Louise Lewis, the lady who captivated and blew the mind of many through her amazing voice. She has not just the voice, but also the looks and awesome personality. She won the X Factor and shortly after released songs that broke records. But what happened to the amazingly talented star, Louise Lewis? Keep watching to find out. But before we continue, kindly subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to get new video alerts. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy. Who is Leona Lewis? Before we go into much of her career or things she has done or what happened to her in the past few years, let's do a brief digging into who Leona Lewis is. Leona Louise Lewis was born on the 3rd of April, 1985 in Islington, London, England. Her father, an Afro-Guyanese descendant, and her mother, with Welsh, Irish, and Italian ancestry, noticed her passion for singing and enrolled her in theater and performing arts schools. She was enrolled at Sylvia Young Theatre School, then the Italia Conti Academy of Theatre Arts, followed by the Ravenscourt Theatre School, and then finally the BRIT School of Performing Arts and Technology. Her parents kept supporting her until they could not afford it. They made a lot of cutbacks to help their daughter achieve her dreams. We could conclude that Leona had loving and supporting parents who believed in her and supported her dreams. Leona has a younger brother named Kyle and an older half-brother, Bradley. Leona Lewis is a campaigner for animal welfare and world animal protection. She seems to love animals. Leona also starred in Walking on Sunshine, a romantic comedy musical, in 2015. In 2016, she starred as Grizabella on Broadway in Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cats. Leona Louise Lewis is worth an estimated value of $30 million. It is probably old news to you that the amazing and talented singer won the X Factor back in 2006. The Islington-born star sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow for her auditions into the competition, and she metaphorically blew the roof off. The judges, Simon Cowell, Louise Walsh, Sharon Osbourne, and guest Paula Abdul were very impressed. She made her way to the finals of the competition and won the competition with 60% of over 8 million votes cast in the final. Everyone just loved her. A day to the release of her debut single, she signed a €1 million record deal with Cowell Psycho Music. Her debut single was a cover of Kelly Clarkson's A Moment Like This. Her X Factor single became the second best-selling single in the United Kingdom in 2006, although it was released just 2 weeks before the end of the year. The single, which topped the UK singles chart for 4 weeks, also broke the world record for reaching 50,000 digital downloads in just 30 minutes. To achieve a platinum #1 is not an easy feat, but Leona sure had the spirit, soaring to #1 with her album, not just in the UK, but also in 7 other countries. Spirit finally became the 4th best-selling album of the decade. That was a pretty good effort, just like you would expect from an amazing artiste like her. She went on a lot of shows, released 4 more albums, and won a few awards. Let's take a break from her career. Let's talk about her personal life. Back in October 2008, Leona rejected a whopping 7-figure sum that was meant to open a Harrods sale. Her reason for doing this was because Harrods Sale is the only UK department store that still sold cloth made from animal fur. This was reported by The Times. This came not so much as a surprise because Leona has been a vegan since 2012 and a vegetarian since the age of 12. She has also won the Sexiest Vegetarian Award twice in her lifetime so far. Leona works as a patron for an animal sanctuary in Essex, despite living in a multi-million-pound property in Los Angeles. She also gives to many other causes, not just things concerning animals, such as supporting nonprofit music organizations for disadvantaged children, campaigning for those suffering from HIV/AIDS as an MTV ambassador, releasing charity singles for multiple organizations, and performing to raise awareness about water issues. It is no doubt that Leona has a heart of gold. There is a time we all go through the downside of life. Leona also had her difficult times. In one of the open letters to fans that she wrote in 2014, Leona revealed that there was a time she felt extremely depressed. This was around the time that she left the label Psycho. She described the year as quite the roller coaster year. She described her experience in life as full of highs and lows. She feels amazing highs sometimes and extremely depressed in others. Just like the Golden Heart Leona, she wrote that she released the letter for anyone who has ever felt the same way. The music star explained further by saying that if suffering from clinical depression, which she has a history of, but it was due to her separation from Simon Cowell professionally. Simon Cowell also helped her still the madness by meditating with her. After winning the X Factor, Leona Lewis finally became a guest judge on the show. She was also a judge at other shows from The Voice to Platinum Hit. Much more recently, she became a permanent judge and joined the panel for the X Factor, The Band. Leona revealed that she was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, which is an autoimmune disease, in 2017. The disease causes chronic fatigue, nausea, and pain. The surprising effect you won't expect is that Leona stopped straightening her hair because of this disease. She started straightening her hair from the beginning of her career due to the pressure she felt from the appearance of other people. In her interview with Glamour magazine, she explained that she started taking medications and something called Ayurveda, made by her mom, who she said was a master herbalist, to help her heal her body naturally. It seems the disease did some life review effects on her, as she went further to explain that she got to the stage where she wanted to start over, physically and emotionally. She said she started having her meals properly and when appropriate, and she also stopped straightening her hair. A lot of people will be interested in this aspect. Everyone loves a love story. Leona married the man she has been dating for 9 years, Dennis Jauk, a professional dancer and choreographer. They got married in 2019. The wedding was held at rock star Sting's 16th century estate in Tuscany, Italy. She seems to have a peaceful marriage and a happy love life. In celebration of students and teachers all over the world, Leona hosted and performed at the Youth Empowerment event at Wembley Stadium in May, just before the lockdown took effect. While introducing the show, she talked about being someone who learned to use her voice. She went further to say that she won a little show called The X Factor 14 years ago, and because all of that has happened in her life so far, she is someone who knows how far a voice can take anyone. That's quite inspiring. To raise COVID-19 initiative funds, she joined other performers for a social media broadcast called One Humanity Love. The social media broadcast was held in May. In July, she said thank you to the United Kingdom National Health Service through her cover of Angels by Robbie Williams. She just can't resist helping others. In June, Leona released a video as a response to comments from people that there's not much racism in the UK, unlike the USA. She captioned the video, quote, "My experience, this deeply impacted me. I hope you will listen until the end. X." This video caught the eyes of the media with over 3.1 million views and over 7,000 comments. The music star narrated a story about racism that she experienced in London several years back. It happened while she was shopping with her father in Chelsea. She was picking up items to take a closer look when a woman approached her and her father, telling them they are not allowed to touch any of the items and requested that they put them down. Seeing that the woman didn't complain about other people who were white touching things in the shop without any complaints made, she said in her words that she immediately knew what was happening. Leona confronted the woman, and things escalated from there. After everybody left the shop, the woman became very defensive and threatened to call the cops on Leona and her father if she didn't leave the shop immediately. Leona became enraged and even more when her father was trying to calm her down. It wasn't her first time her father would be facing such. Leona returned with her father to the car, after which her father took a copy of her CD and went back into the shop. About 5 minutes later, the woman came out with her father to apologize for what she did, saying she didn't know who she was. Leona went further to encourage white people to stand up for black people, unlike the fellow shoppers who left her and her father in that situation. She then dared white people to go and see areas predominated with black people and other people of color, and see that they are underfunded. She went further to say that she grew up in Hackney, a predominantly black area, and it was underfunded. With tears in her eyes, she said, "I'm in pain, I'm tired, and I'm sick of it." What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell to keep getting updates on content about your favorite celebrities. I will see you in the next video.